When you're creating your Line 6 PodGo preset, are you paying attention to the first block, the input block? It's a noise gate, but are you using it to your advantage? Are you even using it at all? Pretty important block. Let's take a look. So I have a preset here, and let's hear it. And this has the noise gate on, and the noise gate is basically set at the default setting. Okay, so you're not hearing any noise. Let's turn it off. So let's look at the settings. So on or off, pretty self-explanatory. And there's only two other parameters, threshold and decay. So what the threshold is basically you're saying the input level. This is when I want the noise gate to basically, kick in at this level. So this is the default, minus 48. Now you can slide these things around, all right? Because now if I slide it like basically to the end here, you're getting noise. So what I would do, slide it around. Like if you can get by just fine with just putting it on, and that's what I do a lot of the times. But if you really want to be particular about your tone and get the most sustained value out of your notes, you might want to take a little closer look at these parameters. So I would take the slider and keep sliding it. I hear a little noise here on my end, so I would slide it, say somewhere around here. Okay, noise is killed. So now what decay does is basically saying this is how quickly you want the noise gate to engage when it gets below this parameter. So let's slide it all the way. Let's slide it all the way to, I guess it's 10 milliseconds. So let's play. So I have delay and reverb on here so you can hear the effects. So basically this is going to basically cancel it quickly. So if you don't want, say, your delay and reverb cut off so much, you can just slide it more. So let's go to about 1/4. Okay, so I hear the trails are a little more and not cutting off as quickly. So default's around the middle here, about 500 milliseconds. Good. Now if we slide it, let's say all the way to the max, 1000 here. Gives you a little more, but you're going to get a little more noise. So, you can always, again, change the threshold, put it up a little more. So you're going to use your ears on this, but basically this will, you'll save yourself from notes choking out too early. Again, as I said, you can just leave it on default. It's probably going to be just fine, but it is very useful to have. See, now to me, that's just a little dramatic, so I would slide it a little more down to 3/4. Anyways, as with any parameter in the PodGo, slide it. Use your ears. Going, say, I need to go to 600 to 723 milliseconds, is not going to make a big difference. Slide the parameter, but they do make differences at certain levels, as you heard. So again, let's recap. On and off, we know. Threshold, basically you're saying, for this preset right now, let's say when it's at minus 50, the input level's at minus 57 dB, I want this thing, that's where I want the noise gate to engage. And then the decay is like, this is how much, when it falls below minus 57 dB, this is how fast I want it to kick in, okay, for the decay. All right, so that is your input noise gate parameter explanation. Again, this is I wouldn't say it's a tone shaping tool, but it's an important tool because, who wants a noisy preset? And especially to me, for single coils, it's really essential to have the noise gate on, and you can really fine tune it because, as we know, that especially with the Fender style single coil, that hum that's gonna come, and the higher gain preset that you have is gonna be worse. So definitely play around with these two parameters, because you can have a nice, powerful, heavy sounding single coil clean tone with the noise at a minimum to nothing, and your notes won't choke out. So there you have it. So thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And in the meantime, check out the next video.